All right, welcome back, everybody. Today we are going to talk about some Dragon Ball Fighters, particularly um changes I want to see in the upcoming patch. If you don't know, there is a balance patch scheduled to be either announced or released after Evo. I don't really know. I can't really remember, or I don't think those details were given. But Evo is this weekend, so I wanted to make sure I get this video out with my opinions on the changes I want to see. Actually, I had a I already had a video recorded and almost cut up, a long video with every single change I want to see and in very high detail. And I don't know what happened. I guess the audio got corrupted. Honestly, I don't know what happened, but it is no longer valid. It does not work anymore. It is no longer functioning. So I wanted to get this video. It's gonna be a shorter video. So I'm gonna go over some of these. Maybe I'll probably go over all the characters really quickly, and then some other things. I'll go over the changes, and then as well a tier list. That was also a tier list video too, so it wasn't just a nerf and buff list only. It was also a tier list video. But yeah, I got corrupted. It no longer works, so we're moving on to this. Hopefully you guys enjoy it. But before I get started with the characters, I want to go ahead and talk about system mechanic changes. I didn't know this, so if you didn't know this, don't feel bad. But apparently Arxis was not has not been the only company working on the balance patches for this game. Apparently for the last couple of patches, Bandai Namco has been the ones making the balance patches and the changes and everything. And if you don't know, Bandai Namco is the parent company, or not the parent company, but is the company that owns the right to making video games, of making Dragon Ball video games. So they contract out that right to other companies. Arxis, this is a company they contracted out to. So Arxis made the video game, but Bandai Namco owns it and owns the right to make Dragon Ball Z video games. For the previous couple of balance patches, I don't know until how far back, but Bandai Namco has been the one making the changes. But now for this recent patch, it has been announced that Arc System Works would be the one working on this balance patch. Arc System Works is the company that made this video game, so I'm sure they have a whole lot more insight about exactly what this video game what this game has, or what this game is about. And I'm sure there'll be the balance. I know the last couple of balance patches, they have been a little bit off-putting, to say the least. A lot of changes that a lot of people don't agree with. So maybe this balance patch might be a little bit more agreeable. You never know. I don't think anybody will agree on the balance patch. That's just too many people agreeing on one thing. I doubt it. But the reason why I bring that up is because we might see some system mechanic changes because of that. So I want to go start over with system mechanics, what I would like to see and what I think would happen. So let's start off with what I would like to see. First of all, I would like to see auto combo and raw tag change. For auto combos, a lot of auto combos in this game do a lot of things. They either travel the whole distance, they switch sides, they auto correct, they give overhead properties, graph properties, they give some mix up, they give some anti-air. They do a lot of things. So some of them cross up. So what I was thinking is maybe they should identify some of those elements that all these auto combos do and only give one or two of those elements to the auto, instead of having every single thing, everything you can get everything done with auto combo. Just have one or two things. For example, Android 17 has this big ass auto combo where you can press the button 3 times and then you're almost full screen. So for him, I would just say don't give him because for example, if he was in the corner, if he pressed it and you jumped and he goes under you, he's gonna get out of the corner, turn around, and then mash back into you. So for combos like that, just make it to where if the auto combo whiffs, it doesn't correct sides, or yeah, I think it just shouldn't correct sides, making him keep the big range he has, the range he has on his auto combo, but at least not make it too strong to where if you're like in one of those situations, he's gonna cross you under or cross you up and hit you from the other side. Same thing with Bardock. He also has that same problem where he hits you from multiple sides if you go under him, or if he can cross you up. But he has a anti-air property on his last hit. So for him, just remove the side correction and keep the overhead property. Same thing with someone like base Vegeta. He has the same thing, just remove the ability to switch to auto correct the side on whiff. Same thing with a Beerus. Let's say Beerus crosses you under, right? He crosses you up. So remove maybe the distance, maybe reduce the distance that he moves in his auto combo on whiff. Like I said, I wouldn't want to see these changes on hit because they might mess up some of the combos. But then let's go for Goku Black. He has an anti-air proper, so I really went over him. But let's go over Goku, right? He has one of those basic ass 3-hit combos. Give him the distance. In that case, give him the distance, or maybe a different property. Same thing with Super Saiyan Vegeta. Trunks has the invincibility on his auto combo, so get rid of the invincibility, let him, or at least reduce the distance, something like that, right? Each assist gets balanced, or each auto combo gets balanced to the properties that or gets balanced to only have one property out of all the properties they do have, right? So that's one change I would like to see on auto combos. For raw tag, I would like to see the point character tagging out not disappear until the new character is fully in the screen. That way you can that way situations such as when you're like, maybe you're jumping in and someone quick tags out of the jump in and you whiff, so you can't cancel, or it's so fast that you can't react to blocking, and then the new character comes in and hits you, and then they get a combo and even Oki and all that stuff. So if you leave the point character tagging out active, that way you can they still have to block or get hit. Maybe you're able to cancel into another move, maybe an anti-air as the new character tagging in. That way there's a little bit more risk to quick tag, because right now it's super fast and the reward is basic. You know, you get a combo, you get Oki, you get everything, meter builds. But I don't think the risk in itself is big enough. So those are the two changes that I'd like to see. Super Dash, I think it is a little bit too strong, but honestly it's been not too strong, it's just annoying to deal with, but it's been in the game forever, so really not much you can do there. But what I predict that Arc System will do, instead of those two changes, what I think they'll do is either add a new mechanic to assist or sparking. Those are kind of their two favorite mechanics in this game. They either, whenever they add a new mechanic, usually assist, well actually not sparking, but you know, something for the last character, right? There's Limit Break, they added that. They buffed Spark for the last character. They added multiple assists, and they added a special tag, a cancel, so stuff like that. I feel like they're gonna add another mechanic to assist, or to the last character of the team whenever you die. So those are the two mechanics that I think they would add. So with that said, let's go ahead and get started with the characters, and the first one is gonna be Super Saiyan Goku. Honestly, the only thing that he should be or the only, at the minimum, what he should get is his hit effect adjusted for the medium and heavy Tatsus, you know, the leg kicks. Those drop way too easily. And then give him a little bit more invincibility frames on his EX overhead punch, the one where he teleports. Right now you can hit him out of the teleport or after he teleports. Yeah, you should, I think that shouldn't be, you should have enough invincibility to go. I don't care if they don't add more invincibility before he teleports, or even if they delay the invincibility, but at least he should have full invincibility after he teleports. Other than that, he really doesn't need anything. Maybe you can make 2M safe, unblock -5. I think that would be a crazy move too, so you can give him that or not. I really don't care, but those two changes should at least be in it. And I'm not going to be talking about assist either. I'm going to maybe make a different video for that, or just not talk about the assist at all, because there's a lot of assist changes that I would like to see. But let's move forward with Vegeta. He doesn't need anything. I really don't think he needs anything. Just leave him how he is. Team Gohan, he's also, leave him how he is. He's crazy, and I don't think there's anything wrong with crazy characters in this game. Just not too crazy, right? And talking about too crazy, Krillin right here, he has invincibility on his after image. That needs to go. That's too crazy. If you want to nerf him, don't nerf his rocks, don't nerf his combos or anything. Just nerf the invincibility. Make it maybe 8 frames or slower, maybe. Or at the very least, just remove the invincibility frames off the fake after image, the one where he just dashes up and he fakes it out. That should not have any invincibility frames, because that's right now it's a guessing game, and both of them have invincibility. just get rid of that invincibility. Trunks, oh, I really don't know what Trunks need. I don't play Trunks. Maybe less push block on his light. I think that's an issue where he can do light and cancel into light, and the push block might be too much to where he can't cancel into another light. I don't know. His level 2, I mean his level 1 to level 1 can't be adjusted, but the more I think about it is, and the reason why I say that, because right now if you land his level 1 and land his level 2, his level 2 bit does very little damage. But if you whiff his level 1 and land his level 2, then his level 2 would do more damage if you would have landed both of them. And I would like to see that change, but the more I think about it, the more I realize that that's exactly what happened in the show. He whiffs the level 1 on Frieza, and then he lands the Shining Slash and kills him. So I'm not sure if that needs to be adjusted anymore, or what the deal is with that. But Piccolo, what does Piccolo need? I also don't know what Piccolo's. Maybe a stronger orb, something with higher projectile invincibility. That way you can't just spend one ki blast and get rid of it. Committing people to either play the neutral game that he's playing, or throw a stronger projectile like a beam or a ball or beam like projectile. He really doesn't need any more buffs, honestly. He's been buffed every single patch, so don't add it. Don't give him any other buffs other than that one, something that buffs his neutral. That's all he needs. Gotenks, he needs a little nerf. You know, I say the only nerf he should get should be to EX spin. Just reduce the movement speed. Reduce the movement speed. It can stay the same. It can stay this. You can leave everything exactly the way it is. Just reduce the movement speed on that EX spin. He is omnidirectional when he has that move out. Better than Zamazu's flight. I think that's the only change he needs. Adult Gohan, and I forgot to call him Adult Gohan. You can nerf him. I really wouldn't like to see him nerf. So if it was up to me, I would have nerfed him. Give him a level counter. That's it. Yamcha, I also don't know what he needs. He needs something for neutral too. Maybe what I was thinking is, you know how he can call back the super ball, the spirit ball. Oh. You know how he can call back the super ball when he throws it out, and he can do multiple follow-ups. Give him that ability on his regular ki blast. Once they exit the screen, allow him to be able to call it back. You know, I don't know how many follow-ups he should have. I don't know if it should be multiple directions or omnidirectional like his super does. But I feel like that way he can throw it out, and even when it's gone, because right now he throws it out, what's gonna happen? You're just gonna jump over it, tuck under it, not get hit by it, nothing happens, you go back to neutral. He really doesn't get an advantage out of it. But at this point, even after you shoot it out and it leaves the screen, he can still call it in, applying even more pressure from different angles, right? I think one thing he really struggles with is assist, playing around the opponent's assist. So that might also help hitting assist or counter hitting assist before they get called out. Maybe he should be able to cancel out of his H, the back dash porch, remove his invincibility on his 5M for sure. I don't think he really needs that. Or reduce it, at least reduce it. Maybe make it less active, I don't know. But on his H, maybe allow him to cancel after he does the full, or before he lunges. You know, he does the attack portion, it's just the backdash portion, he can cancel out of that. And then make his beam faster. I think he's one of the few characters that can't do the mid-screen beam combos where you shoot a beam and then you super dash and even you know, re-jump after that. I don't think he can do that. I might be wrong, but I don't think he can do that. I've never seen one. I've never seen a Yamcha do it, but those are the only couple of chambers that I would think of. Tien, he's also pretty solid.
Think you can keep up with me?
I don't know what else he needs. I don't think he needs anything else. He didn't get any changes last patch, and I think that's because he's pretty solid. Super Saiyan Goku, Super Saiyan Blue Goku. I don't know either. I think he's pretty solid. The only thing he doesn't have that the rest of the cast has now is a projectile to super dash after. But if that's intentional because of how strong his pressure is in the corner and mix-up is, maybe that's fine. But then again, there's characters with just the same mix-ups, stronger pressure, and they still have a projectile to super dash. But I don't know, something to help him re-jump mid-screen, right, without using his assist.
The thing that will send you to your grave
Nerf this guy.
is Super
That's
Saiyan
all you
blue.
gotta stop talking. Just stop talking. Just nerf this guy and I would say at the very minimum, make Grav vulnerable to anti-airs. At the very minimum. You can remove double big bang, you can remove the hit stun on the key blast, you can remove the damage scaling on the legs, on the EX legs, but very minimum, allow me to punish him for throwing out a Grav if I call it out right. I can't. You can do whatever you want after him after that, but just allow me to down heavy him. Vegito, you need to revert the meter scaling back. Get rid of that, and that goes for any character with that meter nerf. Get rid of the meter nerf. Nerfs, I think he should get his 5M and EX legs recovery increased. And then assist, I think he should get buffs for assist, but like I said, I won't be talking about assist. But yeah, I don't think he should have a meter nerf. Bardock, I don't know what he needs either. I want to say invincibility to key blast on his lariats. You could also allow him to cancel off EX lariats into other specials like the overhead or the gut punch. Allow him to super dash after the gut punch. That's also the same issue with Blue Goku, where he doesn't have a projectile to super dash after. So maybe allow him to super dash after the gut punch, unconfirmed, on hit, maybe on block too. I don't know. Make his level 1 faster. I think that drops every now and then. Oh, you can give him the ability to switch sides on his level 3 like Blue Goku does. Give him his mix on his level 3 back again. I don't know. Give him something. I don't know. He's low on the tier list. Base Goku, he's also low on the tier list. The only things I know about this character is that his elbow spikes down, which it shouldn't. Fix that the hit effect, and his Spirit Bomb, the special move, that should the block stun should increase as his level increases too. So his level 3 Spirit Bomb should do more block stun do more block stun than his level 1. But I really don't know what else he needs after that. Vegeta Blue meter nerf, and one thing that I would like to see nerf, or reverse the meter nerf, but one thing I would like to see nerf is his light. His light has an immense range. This has to be the biggest light in the whole cast. Or maybe Blue Broly has a bigger one. I don't know. But what I would say is you don't have to reduce the movement or the distance move. Instead, add all of the distance he does move to the first hit of that light. Because right now it's a 2-hit light. So you hit the button, he throws a hit, and he moves as he's throwing it, and then he throws a second one, and he also moves while he's throwing that one. So instead, just give him the whole distance in the first move, and then the second move just hits it right there where he's already at. That way, if I reflect his light, this guy's not coming back to hit me again, because right now you reflect his light, and then the second light catches you again. So you don't get out of any pressure, or at worst, or even worse, you get counter hit, and then he has a whole combo after that. So yeah, I don't think that should work like that. You could also remove the knockdown off his EX legs after he already uses a knockdown. I think that's also pretty crazy. He gets a combo and a knockdown and then another knockdown afterwards. Yeah, he's way too strong. UI Goku, I don't know. More damage, maybe? I think he's pretty solid. A lot of people don't like how he is right now, but I think he's really solid. But maybe more damage. Yeah, I don't know. Allow him to extend his combos with his invincible dash mid screen instead of using allow him to use his light or his medium ones instead of having to rely on the H ones, and maybe make it easier to extend his combos in the corner with his light and medium invincible dash. I'm talking about the one that he stays on the ground, not the flips. The one he stays on the ground. Oh, his beam. I think there's something wrong with his beam. Some people, I hear people mention it in Discord servers or like Twitch chats, or I don't know, something wrong with the beam. Maybe increase the hit stun, or yeah, I can't remember, but there was something with his beam. Same thing with Blue Vegeta. Just let me down heavy his reverse Kame. I don't care if it's only the head portion and not the beam portion, but if I call it out correctly and I down heavy it, or at the very minimum, at least anti-air it, then I should be able to hit him out of it. I don't think he needs anything else. Oh, I was thinking that maybe just like Tien, his pull, his pause, his power pull. Oh, that doesn't sound any better. But his staff. Oh, that doesn't sound any better. Anyways, his special. That's what I should have said. His special button. Maybe it should also have the same effect that Tien with his Dodon Ray has. That if you hold it, he drops a little bit. That would be cool. I don't think his special move gets used a lot for neutral, and I think that would give him some neutral control. I don't know. Master Roshi, he's pretty good. The only thing he doesn't need is his splits. That shit should not be that safe and do that much damage. So reduce the damage or remove some of the invincibility, or reduce the recovery. But one of those two. I think they should just reduce the damage, because I don't know. I want to say I don't think there's a problem if he can do splits after splits, but that might be a problem. Frieza, he just needs more hits done on his orbs. That's all he needs. I should be able to confirm out of a orb at any part of the screen. I should be able to confirm out of an orb if someone gets hit by it in neutral. I should be able to extend with heavy, and then disc, and then orb, and then dragon rush. That drops a little bit too soon for me in the corner. I think I really do like whenever characters have those extensions or a series of moves that if you land one, each one has enough hits done or just cancels into another move correctly for you to have an extension. A good example is Cell. The way he can do light into grab into dragon rush without using assist. I think that's pretty cool. Same thing with Baby, the way he can do forward key blast into the spin, into dive, into dragon rush or something like that. He can do that. Broly can also do that. He can do 6H the grab into beam into upwards. I think a lot of characters should get buffs to have those kind of extensions. Not every character, but that would be nice to see everything. So I feel like if he gets a buff to that to the orb, he would be able to get those extensions a little bit more consistently. Cell, yeah, at last I can finally nerf him, but at minimum just remove the invincibility on his EX DP. It was always a Todd starter, it was always a damage, it was always for anti-air, so it was always for mix, but it wasn't always a frame 1 invincible option. So just remove that and he should be fine. Oh, and Rolling Crush shouldn't be 6 frames. That is too crazy. It should be minimum 8 frames. That is way too strong. 6 frame Rolling Crush is way too strong. Oh, they should also remove the ability for him to side correct on the air version. That is too stupid. That should not be coming out. No, they literally removed that earlier in the game's life because it didn't make sense. So there's no reason for it. Bandai Namco just added it because I don't know. Fat Boo, I really don't know if he needs anything. I would say rework his fat toss to have a little bit more active frames. Maybe change the arc it comes out of. Adjust the arc to something similar to base Vegeta's down special or Krillin's rocks, something along those lines. But I wouldn't do that if it's gonna affect his pressure and his Zoki and all that stuff he can do with it right now. So he can stay exactly how he is. Kid Buu also, I don't know what to give him. I think he's pretty solid right now. The only thing he doesn't have is his damage, so give him back his damage. Revert the damage on level 1 and level 3 and allow him to happy birthday off it too. But he has pretty good combos. So he doesn't need his combo damage skilled up. Oh, and maybe buff his grab to be a little bit more consistent. I think you can whiff that a lot. So maybe if he has a consistent anti-air option that's not his down heavy, that would be good. I would say maybe give him beam or the Kame beam on the ground. That way he can, not just rely on candy beam on the ground. But yeah, I don't know what else to give him.
Just hurry it up,
18,
dummy.
I think she's pretty solid. She's really good, but I don't know. I wouldn't want to see her toolkit nerf because I feel like it's a delicate toolkit. She was pretty solid a couple patches ago and she kept getting buffed, so maybe they can revert her to a couple of patches. But if she stays the same, she's increase the recovery on 17 barrier call if she cancels 2 bits from her own barrier. Yeah, so if she does barrier and then cancels into barrier, then she should get a little bit more recovery. That for sure should definitely get added.
Before creation comes
Beerus,
destruction.
same thing, unneeded invincibility, just remove it from his 2M and then make his level 3 more punishable. I don't care if he keeps the level 1 the level 1 to level 3 cancel and he has good mix afterwards. I don't care if the recovery or I don't care if he keeps that. I just want to be able to punish him if he does level 3. Right now you can't punish him. In fact, if anything, you get punished for it. So just remove or increase the recovery on that.
Time to
Hit.
go to work.
He needs his meter nerf removed, and he needs a meter nerf added on his light. That's the only thing that needed a meter nerf. Not his whole toolkit. His whole toolkit should not be getting a big ass meter nerf. So that's the only thing he needs. 16. I can go like days explaining what he needs, but at the very minimum, make his light more active, remove the low and key blast vulnerability on his 5H, and I would revert his jumping light back to how it was, because I think it's great for one intended purpose, super dash. No, not even super dash, more like Oki. Actually, if you do a neutral jump and throw that out, you'll be able to catch a lot of things. But they could do the same. They can get the same thing accomplished if they added the ability to hold JL, not just have it all the active frames at once, but if you hold it, it stays more active. So I think they should do that right now. If you throw it out and you whiff, you will most likely get punished. It is super active. Which sure is great, but you could also get punished for it. So just revert that. There's a couple more changes I would like to see to him, but I think that's revert the meter scaling on his dive bomb. Reduce the recovery on that by 1 frame too, so you can combo after it. What else? Level 3. His self-destruct shouldn't do all that. Shouldn't take away his whole life if he lands it in a combo. Yeah, I mean, I can go more and more, but I think that's, if you add any one of those changes, or at least the first 3 changes, then he would be pretty good. I don't agree with the common consensus where he's like a super strong character. I think he's a very good support character, which is great. But once he's on the screen, he can't offer the same thing he offers other characters, which is that pressure safe. I mean, he's safe on pressure, but more than anything, combos. He has low damage, not low damage, but he has low meter gain. So whenever I need to cash out, most of the times I don't have the cash to cash out with them. So that's something that I think should definitely be changed. Ginyu, the only thing he needs on top of the bugs, because he has a lot of bugs related to Ginyu Call, is his level 1 be changed back to not being able to cancel into another level 1. He shouldn't be able to level 1, charge it up to level 2, and then another level 1, and then tag out to a different DHC. That's way too strong. That is way too strong. Get rid of that. You get rid of that, he's fine. You can keep it how he is. He does need assist buffs and changes, but no, get rid of the level 1.
Guess I'll go give my regards
This
to the
character
little
is
guys.
crazy. You should not have Cybermen doing their own combos. That is and they should not be that invincible. So remove the invincibility. I was thinking at the very least, just allow Cybermen to be hit by physical assist, because a lot of the times I feel like what the reason why they gave him the full invincibility is because if you throw out a beam assist or another assist, a lot of these assists, they cover a lot of portions of the screen. So if you throw an assist out, you counter hit the Cybermen. Sure, Nappa loses the Cyberman, which is at the minimum half a bar, but a lot of the times he's gonna get put in a situation where he has to block. Sorry, he has to block the beam or the assist, or sometimes he has to, or he gets hit outright. So I feel like that's why they gave him the invincibility on Cyberman, because even in those situations, even if he has to block the assist, the Cyberman is still out and he's still able to keep his pressure. So instead, I would say if you make the Cyberman vulnerable to physical assist, then a lot of physical assists like Bardock lariats, Cell lariats, Gohan DP, what else? Super Saiyan Goku B, Super Saiyan Vegeta B. A lot of them, they're gonna be single hit or 2-hit assists where they're not as active. They don't cover up as much as a lot of portion of the screen. That way, if I do hit him with the assist, I do hit Cyberman with the assist, it knocks him out. Nappa is just out of half a bar, and a lot of the times they don't have to block the obviously if I'm close enough and the assist puts him on block, then yeah, but on a full screen scenario playing neutral, a beam is going to put him on block, or at least cover the whole bottom portion of the screen, and a DP or Larry is just going to cover the area immediately next to my character. So remove the invincibility, at the very least make it vulnerable to physical assist, and then combos on Cyberman, it shouldn't be any string. It should be specific strings where it would combo from Cyberman. So it's crazy that he does jump at combos, low at combos, spit at combos. It should be something like low then jump then spit, or spit and then low then jump, or something around that line. Because yeah, right now it's it's too crazy. It's too crazy. 21, level 3. Give it back to her. Give it back to her. I was watching Instant Stream the other day, and while he was making that tier list and the buff changes and the patch changes he would like to see, and he said which made a lot of sense, or increase the Oki on her primary level 3, and then give her secondary level 3 the same Oki and mix up that she had on her primary level 3 before. That way she still has her mix up, but she has to be on point. And the Oki on her primary level 3 is just too low. I mean, you can do a lot of things with it because of the pressure, but if someone someone wants to DP, they can. If someone wants to reflect, they can. If someone wants to react to what happens to N21, they can. I can't. I know I won't, but I do understand that low Oki or low advantage on her level 3 is pretty stupid. Other than that, she's pretty good. I don't think she needs anything else. I think the only thing this character needs, because this character is really good now, the only thing he needs is to be able to knock down mid-screen with medium God Slicer. I think there's an issue with light God Slicer not connecting on high hit stun combos. That should also be changed, but at the very minimum, give him a knockdown with medium lariat, no matter where he's at the screen. Zamasu. A lot of people want to see this character nerf. I just recently started playing him, and he's pretty cool. Yeah, he's still good though. But the one thing I think he should at least receive is movement speed for flight should be nerfed, but not everywhere on the screen. I think because I just learned him, and I was playing him, and I found out, and I knew this was before, but not only did I just found out again, but I started applying it. But during sparking, if the opponent sparks and I start flying and I go to the top of the screen, spark is useless. There's nothing spark characters can do. If I try to super dash, he can dash out. If I try to if someone tries to super jump me and I can fly away. If they do empty vanish, I can fly away. So maybe after a certain portion on this, and by the way, I think slow flight would be too weak in the lanes that the game usually. So usually, you know, in the lane where you're standing or jumping, I think flight being slow would be way too useless in those areas. I just think it's too strong in the upper area where people usually can't jump up to, or they don't have tools to get up there. In that area, I think flight speed should be reduced, maybe drastically, maybe insignificantly, but I do think it should be reduced. But then in the area, in the lanes where people are usually, or characters are usually standing and jumping, that should still be the same speed. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Yeah, I think that's the only thing he needs. Oh, revert meter nerf. Revert meter nerf. He does not need it. Fuck, I don't want to listen to that again. He doesn't need a meter nerf. If anything, increase meter scaling on flight moves. That would be a good change. But no meter nerf. Oh. Broly, just key blast. Just,
No, I am a demon.
just key blast. Just I'll give him his old key blast back. He's pretty good right now. He just doesn't have the key blast. That's what he needs. He needs safe key blast. Why he needs safe key blast, I don't know, but I don't think that's a good change. Base Vegeta. You can do a lot of things to this character, but he's meant to be a technical character with a lot of thinking in mind. I just don't want any changes to be added that make him think less. I think his reward is pretty high. In fact, if anything, maybe give him a high reward, return or revert the damage on his key blast to what it originally was, to has high damage. Yeah, I know he gets a lot of mix up after the hits, and before the hits, his neutral is pretty hard. But I think that's because it's meant to be. He's supposed to carefully place his key blast and his kicks to play neutral. So increase the damage on his key blast. If anything, what I would say is for his the key blast that arcs, give it like a really strong ground bounce. That way he can do some weird extensions, but only on the portion where it comes down, right? If it's going up, then keep the same hit effect. I don't even know if they can do it, but when it's coming down, give him a strong ground bounce, because I feel like he'll be able to get mid-screen loops just like he right now can with assist. He'll be able to get it with that key blast if he gets that reaction. Anything else, I think he's pretty solid. Broly, he's also pretty good. What else does he need? Why is he standing like that? He looks like he's constipated. He looks like he's he looks like he's waiting at the restroom stall and waiting to poop. But yeah, I don't think he needs anything else. When I was talking about those extensions, maybe make sure that he can do those extensions at any time. But I don't know. I don't think he needs anything else. Cooler. Oh, and that actually reminds me, buff the hit stun on his OTG, give him infinite hit stun like Android 21. Because right now he can't do that many follow-ups after the OTG. Now going back to Cooler, give him the same buff. His OTG should have infinite hit stun, that way he can land supers afterwards. He has a beam bug, I think, and I didn't mention this before, but if the character has a bug, then it should definitely be fixed, right? But I know he has a beam bug. That should be fixed. Maybe Stomp can have OTG properties as well, but I don't know how viable it would be, or how balanced it would be to have two OTGs in his toolkit. I don't know. Jiren, all he needs is his 2L reverted back to a light starter. The whole thing about this move, about 2L, was it wasn't low hitting. So they had to make it fast and strong, but now it's fast and strong, and you can place it anywhere in the string, restarting his neutral. So now it's way too strong. So you could either make it fast and anywhere on the string, or you can remove the reverse speed and just keep it how it was before. They kept buffing it. I don't know why they kept buffing it, but they just kept buffing it.
Ain't nobody that can stop me.
I don't know what to give this character. Maybe a little bit more hit stun on her the little wall of balls that she does, pause. The special, I mean, because I see a lot of Keflas drop it, and it has a lot of recovery, so usually you can punish with a super dash after they drop it. Oh, and then her level 1, the level 1 that tracks just like Piccolo and Zamasu, or not Zamasu, but the level 1 that you can move afterwards. You throw it out. Do something with that, because Keflas really don't use that. They don't use it for combos. They don't use it for block strings. They don't use it for Oki. I don't know. Do something with it. Janemba, meter nerf, meter scaling, revert back his meter. I don't think he needs anything else. His counter maybe needs a follow-up. Maybe you can cancel into his grab or his sword. But I was also thinking maybe you can hold it, delay it. That's also something you can do to his counter. Right now, there's a lot of counterplay to his grab, which is, I mean, he's completely invincible. He's completely safe to it. He doesn't get a bad situation off of it, but I don't think he gets a situation that he's supposed to get after the counter. But I don't know. I don't play Janelle. And finally, Baby. This is one of my favorite characters. Same thing with 16. I can list a whole bunch of changes, but I'm just scared that he's gonna get nerfed. A lot of people are have this character or have been speaking about how strong this character is, and usually when that happens, the character usually gets nerfed to the ground. So I really hope they don't nerf this character too much. If they do nerf him, I don't want to see his 5H damage removed. I really hope they don't do that, because he's not technical like Base Vegeta, but he does have to think about where he places his Ki Blast and how people react to it. So high reward on after he has I will say it's a strong neutral, but it is a neutral where you have to think a lot. Another buff I would do, and these are a couple buffs that I would like to see. His 5S. I think you should be able to cancel out of any of the Ki Blasts. Right now, you can only cancel out of the last one. So that makes his punishing weaker. That makes his pressure weaker. If he can cancel out of all of them, I think that would be great. And then also, what I would like to see, what I think would be really cool to see, is 5M can reverse beat. I think that would be cool. He doesn't have to have it, but I think if he does get it, he'll be OD. Oh, and his EX grab, his EX anti-air grab, or in fact all of his grabs, well, medium and EX, because light doesn't give knockdown, but medium and EX grab should still give knockdown after Dragon Rush, because Vegito can do the same thing where he can combo into Dragon Rush, grab, and it gives him knockdown. Baby can't. He does grab, he does Dragon Rush, and then grab, and you lose the knockdown, so they just bounce out.
All right. I think it's time
Vegeta,
I show you some of my moves.
Revert the meter scaling. You can nerf his lariat damage, but I think that's this whole thing where he has to carefully place his buttons and his specials, strong buttons, strong specials, but he has to place them exactly where they need to be, otherwise he loses neutral. Yeah, I don't think he needs anything else other than that. And then lab code, I haven't even bought her because I'm not interested in playing her, but revert her meter nerf, her meter scaling, revert it back. And what I would do is remove make EX spins, both of them have less range. They have way too much range. Their hitbox is huge. They hit both sides, and then on top of that, they have a good amount of range. Obviously, the anti-air one has less range because it's an anti-air, it's meant to go up. But both of them, yeah, they're really strong. The ground, the horizontal lariat should at least be, at the most actually, should be 3/4 of the screen, EX wise. Because being full screen, that's way too strong. She's already super strong up front, and I feel like if you're gonna keep her strong neutral presence, then you have to nerf her pressure up front, her close range pressure. So I think she's supposed to be a close range character, so nerf her full screen pressure, her ability to throw a spin out and get in and either get a hit or make somebody block in a mix up. So I would also rework her debuff, maybe make it to where you can combo back into it. I really don't think her debuff is a problem now, but I would like to see her being able to combo back into her debuff. Her debuff is only applicable to one character, so if you already nerf somebody and you're applying the debuff to another character, the first one loses it. I think you should be able to get rid of debuff if you get a power up, like if you spark or limit break, or maybe like GT Goku, they get a power up after using a level 1 after somebody dies. After an install like Gohan or Super Broly or Frieza, stuff like that, you should be able to get rid of it, or when she dies. Do some of those, do all of that things together, and I think her debuff would make a little bit more sense. But I think that's all. This video actually lasted a whole lot longer than I thought it would, but no worries. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys agree with any of my changes or would like to tell me what you guys think changes wise these characters need or the game needs, feel free. Like I said, I didn't talk about assist because I think there's a lot of changes to assist, and like I said, this character went a whole lot longer than I thought it would be. So imagine if I spoke about assist, this video would have lasted way too long. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, and then I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
I'm going to enjoy this.